Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting installment of the Jaraci Cup. Number 13, that is. This is AGameAnx versus NoFun, Semifinals A. And I've heard good things about this series, so I am very excited for this one. Players, of course, I think ought to need no introduction, but we'll give them one anyway, just because that's the gentlemanly thing to do. This is AGameAnx, down in the bottom, spawning his coalition. Been around since literally the beta, so he's a pretty experienced player, and he's been, you know, top of the game for, like, ever. And today it's NoFun who challenges him for the mantle. As I pause to have a sip on my drink, as one of the other great legendary figures of the community would say. Showed up only, I think, a year and a half ago or so. Quickly rose to, like, top tier, but he's been gone for a little bit. Now that we're in the semi-finals, though, he's had some time to shake the rust off. I'm really excited to see what he brings to this series today. And for now, it looks like Sandstormer Fab coming out for him. He's investing quite a bit into eco. He keeps the base runner, but this is probably going to be one of his early game pushes. And for A-game, looks like it's going to be SC first. Note the resource distribution, though. He has like 1 on RUs, and then the rest of them are all CU miners. So it's kind of like a 7-up, but it's a bit different here. He wants to really focus on the CUs. Oh, and this is base runner retire as well, by the way. But note that he doesn't fire a probe out, so he does have a bit of vulnerability against some kind of an early game push. Oh, really? I mean, well, I was putting it, yeah, I was just putting like 2 RU miners on the main base. I guess as I think about it, this just has to be better though, right? Because otherwise you're going to end up with too many RUs. This is a lot of RU focus coming out now though. As you see, he's built the second one over here, and he's starting to saturate the main base too. And yes, that's what I was saying. It's like just 1 on LDM, and then you have like 2 RU miners on the main. But I wonder if he plans to go air. I mean, he'll have about that many RUs, but either way, he can definitely use these for something. NoFun's push is going to be pretty slow here, so you can see, like, the second base is already set up for A-game. But NoFun is going to be pushing in with the assault chips, and he hasn't really spent too much money on skims yet. These things, I think, will just kind of go around and scout. And with the base runner still in tow, he can get artifacts too. But I'm actually almost not sure if he wants to pick this up, because it kind of reveals to his opponent that he's doing this, right? You check the Fog of War here, like, obviously A-game doesn't know about anything, but now he sees this. So now he knows, okay, I need to watch out for blast drones. But, you know, if he wants the artifacts anyway, and indeed he may want to power up the mobility support, this seems like it's not a bad idea. Railgun Fab comes out for A-game. That's obviously going to be an answer to the assault chips that he sees. And Power 1 also, so he's definitely going to invest into the defense here. No turrets available, because he did retire that base runner. If Coalition doesn't retire that base runner, they have a really, really strong defense in the early game. But NoFun knows he can't just drive right in here, so that's going to buy him enough time to finish Power 1. And possibly to finish Railgun Tech also, but now comes the time that he's going to actually be able to push in onto the base here. Notice how A-game is really, really dedicated, like, time to splitting up these LAVs. They're all very, very far apart from each other, so they're not going to get AoE'd by the assault chips, but still, they'll be able to take off 1 kill for free. Well, I say for free, but I mean, the thing is, he is dedicating quite a lot to have this attack at all, right? Note the Railgun Tech being done. He is building one right now. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like, as the Coalition player, or just the defending player, I should say, this never is going to feel particularly safe, is it? And I kind of agree. He's playing this a little bit too slow, I think. Maybe he plans to do something with the blast drones as he, like, pulls your attention off to the other side. But just those LAVs were not going to hold, and because there's no turret, I feel like that actually was a big window to do some damage, but not going to be. Note that these assault chips actually really significantly hurt this carrier. But yeah, this push for NoFun is definitely going to make A-game feel nervous here, but I don't think it's getting enough damage to be value. So he's going ref mode here, and I think that he's gonna just kind of go into a mid game where he's slightly behind, but it should be okay. He does have the one artifact as well, so. Oh, watch out for this here. Oh gosh. Yeah, AGameAnx sees that, he's gonna back away. And I would say, as far as like not getting caught by, oh no, that turret might not have vision over the hill. As far as not getting caught by this, I'd say the big thing is just to have a probe right off the base runner. Because it's fine to retire the BR, but you kind of need to know that this is coming. And that probe can really do a lot. Yeah, best player in the world or something. I keep thinking he's got air tech for some reason, but no, he definitely doesn't. High ground rails, man, they hurt. It's a good demonstration of the new railgun accuracy change there. Oh, and it's Orb, yeah. Hello again. I was gonna say long time no see, but he was watching my Receiver 2 stream yesterday. Yesterday, today, the time does blur, doesn't it? That was only like 6 hours ago, I suppose. Base runner inventory was actually teched, by the way, so that's why we see this turret out here already, but I don't know what happened to the base runner after that. Oh, it has an artifact. Wow, I'm very smart. I basically streamed all night, didn't I? I've done that before, regrettably. And I'll do it again, tell you what. Well, that is going to equalize the scoreline. Well, the artifact scoreline. Not, well, yeah, the series scoreline is 0-0, so that is pretty equal. AGameAnx will feel nice about that. I mean, you just always like to have the scoreline equal if you can. Or even in your favor, that always feels nice. This LAV here, I really love. This is like just trying to check to see if that third base is up yet. And having like intel on how close your opponent is to 3 base can be really, really helpful. You want to know if you're ahead or behind in the macro game. And if you're seeing your... Oh gosh, this is going to hurt actually. Ooh. Ouch, that's looking kind of painful. One of the assault chips almost goes down, but NoFun just being very cool as a cucumber, kites it out there. He's going to be just fine. Very well done. Anyway, when your opponent starts to expand to 3 base, sometimes you can take that as a window to attack because he's going to have to be investing in some eco instead of army, but mostly you just really want to know. It gives you a good idea of like the state of the game. By the way, I see Kana Siege. Kentucky Fried Chicken. I don't know why that became a joke, but I don't know. Kana Siege is a good unit. Yeah, NoFun pressed the win button. I guess the series is just over now. Gosh damn. Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, the problem is that it's not always true that that window exists. It's just like, you want to know when he expands, because if there is a window to attack your opponent, that's going to be the best one, right? And people say, well, I mean, they did anyway at one point, that Jaraci was just nothing but 3 base. Maybe though everything regarding expanding is more expensive now. Looks like it is going to be fighter and gunship coming out at this timing. I actually like this a lot against Kana Siege, although he doesn't see that that exists yet. But bombers in particular I think are really, really nice here. Bombers are tasty. Ooh, I like this turret. This turret here is one of these positions for a turret that feels like it just really facilitates getting the artifact out. Yeah, did you know that siege cruisers have anti-air? I mean, it's no good, obviously. It's like utter garbage, but it does exist. So looks like NoFun's gonna try and siege this position anyway. Yeah. I don't like this attempt here. I mean, if he goes in with the siege cruiser first, that's the only way I can see this well. I take it all back. He's like kind of killing AGameAnx here. All right. Never mind. I take it all back. Barrage comes out here. It's always a bit sad to barrage with the kind of siege against one target because you really never know if you're gonna hit it. Yeah, as you can see, not terribly effective. But now that the siege cruise is in range for the direct fire barrage, it is gonna kill it. This here though, this is what he wants the barrage for. So, me, I would have personally held on to that. You can just use the siege cruiser to barrage and then save the, or sorry, not barrage, just kill the turret and then save the barrage for when you find the railguns. And this artifact could still be denied with the blast drones, by the way, but I don't think that's really what he's looking for. Oh, I can see how this could end. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, he ends up backing. Oh, this is even worse! Ah! Oh, no! Oh, what a hit! Excellent, excellent hit there for NoFun. He's gonna want to finish off this railgun though, probably. Oh gosh, please. Well, that railgun will live to fight another day, sadly. Looks like he's gonna kind of lose all of his sand skimmers in a different way. That was a great hit though. Artifact does get out, by the way, on that other side. Ooh, I'm interested about this blast drone, but I don't think it can land. Blast drones are like pretty weak. They actually have more health than a sand skimmer, but still, you gotta imagine like one sand skimmer is gonna die pretty quick to turret also, right? Anyway, NoFun's definitely having trouble with turrets here. I think EMP shell is probably the upgrade to get, but either way, like this kind of siege will die here. And he can get missile ships. In fact, he is doing so. He's got another kind of siege to replace that one, but still, it's very, very annoying to lose one like that. And for A-game, I was mentioning bombers. I think that's a really good answer to these cruisers, and it can kind of hurt your opponent's anti-air assets too. For now, though, he's getting a gunship, and I think that makes a lot of sense. We've seen a lot of investment into these skims for NoFun. But A-game, instead of taking bombers, though, he's going for a BC fab, and he's getting carrier mobility. So that's a pretty fun late game strategy to see. I like this turret setup, actually. I mean, it kind of looks a bit like a panic turret, although it's definitely not. Like, he's got the LAVs here, so I think he's doing this just because he really does truly want it. If you end up getting flanked by assault ships, really, really nice to have this turret laying around. And that is, like, that's the angle that they would come by. Turret here, however, is going to fall. But yeah, if I were NoFun, I would really be getting the EMP shell. By the way, notice how he's actually bringing this PC to the front line. I think this is intentional. I think he wants to have like the mobility support in the front line here, which is pretty cool. But A-game's carrier is really, really close here. BC Fab is about to finish. He's got mobility, he's teching power too, so this coalition carrier is actually going to be quite an asset now at this point. And remember, if the missile ships go down, everything dies here. This is always kind of the danger that you have when you're fighting... Oh, what's going on with this PC here? Anyway, this is the danger you have when you're fighting air like this. This is why I think bombers are a really fun choice here, because it stops your opponent from doing this kind of thing, since the bombers can actually just kill the missile ships. Ooh, I'm not too big about this, although he is going to kill the missile ship here. I feel like this is kind of a trap. Yeah. Because, like, the problem is that this leaves so much pressure off of this flank. Like, if I were NoFun right now, I'd be pushing as hard as I can right away. Although, it's worth noting he's on artifact point, actually. So that does sort of complicate things. Turn the health bars off. Yeah, he is pushing though. And that's gonna deny the main base for A-game, potentially forever. He does really have to deal with this though. And A-game is pushing over here on the third with his carrier. Looks like it's solo, but he's about to drop a BC here. There is one con of siege in that location. Ooh, but this is the game-winning artifact, potentially. Yeah, this makes me nervous. What NoFun needs to do... this is tough. I mean, like, he needs to mobilize the carrier in some direction, and he needs to get army that can stop the extract here. So it's like, it kind of feels like he's got too many things to do. Not to mention the threat of air really still stops him from doing a lot here. BC's gonna try to take the fight with the Con of Siege here. He should win this on paper. It just depends, I guess, on the missile ship barrage, but... actually, NoFun is still in range here. Oh gosh, yeah, you really need to pull away. Uh-oh. Yep. That's gonna be a dom call, right? I agree with that assessment. Yeah, don't mess with BCs. These things are chonky. Oh look, it's Phoenix Hill. Welcome, my friend. Here's the new field repairs ability being used. The best news for OrbNet in all of 2022. Although actually this was a thing last year, I suppose. And yeah, again, this is potentially the game-winning artifact, so you can see NoFun has to commit to trying to fight this. A-Game does lose a strike fighter here, but... Oh look, that turret coming in clutch! Oh, best turret in the game right here. Ooh, the gunship has found the blast drones here. That's pretty nice. Blast drones are a nice target for gunships. Seriously though, these blast drones could kill off this base runner, so that's actually a pretty good thing for him to find. Uh-oh, flying over a lot of anti-air here though. I think he lost a couple strike fighters there. Or maybe not, but maybe he's about to. Ow. Oh, the blast drone actually managed to hit the base runner there. Wait, when did this happen? He's got power 5 in the weapons. Oh my gosh. He actually has the nuke available right now. Carrier's taking a fair bit of damage here, but I just don't think there's really any follow-up. Here's the nuke. Yeah, it's about where we would expect. Oh! Ow! That did a bit more than I was expecting. Dang. Yep, NoFun can see he has no way of stopping these extracts here, so he's just gonna GG rather than let the artifact victory happen. Okay, yes, but also no. Alright, well that's a really interesting game 1 for this series. Let's load up game 2 here. I think that NoFun, his initial push there was pretty scary, but he didn't really jump on it quite as quickly as he should have. And that's something I've been seeing from him a lot recently. I feel like his early game pushes have a lot of potential to do damage, but it's just like little things that he doesn't quite execute right. But I think the message to A-Game is pretty clear anyway. It's like, okay, I can't be that greedy in the opener. So he's going to have to invest in the pro at least, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him keep the base runner in this game 2. Oh, let me check the info.txt. I don't even know who picked win. NoFun was kind of first, then A-Game's coalition bans the shallows, NoFun bans Canyon. A-Game has really been disliking Canyon recently, but I know why he banned shallows. That's great for NoFun. But okay, NoFun's pick was Firebase Krill, A-Game grabs GT, and then Titan, which he's been putting a lot of focus on so far. That's kind of interesting, because Titan Passage is one of these maps we really enjoy hating on, but... Anyway, NoFun picks the Boneyard for game 4, and then KT Alt would be the ace match. You are finally prepared to get killed by a cruise missile. Water is good. I know that's kind of rude to say to the Galzian world it's Conef, but I'm glad that I don't live on Karak. I'll just put it that way. You know, it's a common question to see people ask, like, if you could live in any, like, fantasy or fiction world or something like that, which one would it be? And I always think to myself, like, the series that I really enjoy, they would be kind of terrible to live in, you know? Like, would you want to live on Karok? You know, like, no way, man. Nice high ground here, by the way. This is possibly going to kill this Sandskimmer, but at any rate, it's definitely going to win the trade against him. Base runner smoke is available here. Oh, yeah, Sandskimmer goes down, ends up poking back in there, and that costs it its life. PC's taking a little bit of fire here, but it's not going to be a big deal. I like this smoke here just to try and buy a bit of time for the blast drone to pop here and keep the Sandskimmers from dying. Uh-oh, you gotta watch this though. Okay. Blast drone's ready now. So far, I'd say this LAV pressure from A-Game has done a lot to win the field over here, and that's good in case NoFun was going to rush, but he still has railgun tech on the way. If I were NoFun, of course, I would probably recommend getting the second PC first, but this is going to be just fine. He'll get the assault railguns out. Question is, what does A-Game follow this up with, though? Missile is attempted over here, but it is going to land wide. Sandskimmers take a lot of damage on the way out, though. And A-Game was floating quite a bit. I was thinking he was going to go for a support cruiser there, but it's just more skims. Or LAVs, that is. Uh-oh, the blast drone. Ooh, doesn't quite manage to get the hit, but still, he draws the fire for enough time that these Sandskimmers are able to jump up on top of the LAVs. They don't finish off the kill here, though. It's armor 1, by the way, against no ups for A-Game. Oh. LAVs find a little window to shoot there. They manage to get another kill. Second blast drone is built, though. But so far the LAVs are really having the control over the field here. This is some really good control by A-Game. That's the question we all want to know the answer to. Hey, very nice missile there. Unfortunately, the blast drone does die, but that's a really good missile. Oh gosh, the hiccups really do get worse when I drink. Yeah, you know, it's like the stats aren't different, but like they are, you know what I mean? Like, it's a mental game. Here's that assault railgun, by the way. NoFun's trying to position it correctly here, but it's a little tough. He's kind of too close right now. Uh-oh, smoke is being used by the base runner now to try and just keep this thing alive for a moment. And that's good. Buy a bit of time for another missile to fly out now. Oh, I thought the missile was coming down right there. That was gonna be huge if it landed. Ah, the assault railgun goes down. Uh-oh, that's not great for NoFun. Yeah, at this point he sees he needs to just get back up on the 1 base here. He's actually getting ref mode, which I think is a big mistake. He really just needs a PC here, because if you keep having to fight down the numbers like this, eventually it's going to get worse before it gets better. We're kind of having the meat grinder set up here. To be fair, these LAVs are super low, but if you can't jump on them, it doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, and look at this. A-Game's just going to retreat now, and then he's going to just get all of the healing that he needs. I'm gonna have to disagree. I think that having a second PC and then having more skims to screen for the assault rails means you not only win the field, but you can actually, like, rail rush again now if you want to, or you can then go for ref mode and jump up to 3 base. And that option there really makes your opponent have to be too respectful to really keep up with the eco. In general, I think players are not building PCs quite fast enough, but... yeah, but seriously, I think that PCs are just not being built enough in the early game. But yeah, LAVs are gonna heal up on the backline here. This is pretty annoying for NoFun because he's gotten these guys so low, but like it just does not doesn't do enough. You know what I mean? Like if you can't actually kill the units, they just go back and heal and then come back out onto the field. Still, the threat of blast drones is real, but they haven't been able to land so far. NoFun got a really, really good one from the last time, but on the last map. But, yeah, hasn't managed to land any just yet. He's got 2 now, though. LAVs have armor 1, it looks like. And they're getting the boost pack too. They actually didn't have that the whole time. And boost really opens up the potential for the LAVs. Second PC is done, by the way. There's a couple of assault rails out. I like that a lot, although he does need more skims, I think, for the screen here. And for NoFun, both players teching armor, that's good, because he has the assault railguns. Speaking of which, they're going to claim their first kill of the fight here. But still, 2-for-1 trade for A-Game there. That's kind of a weird smoke. I wonder if he didn't mean to click that. And it's been 2 production line for a long, long time now. But yes, 2 PCs will outproduce carrier production 1. I'm pretty sure about that. Hey, think about it this way. Coalition has 3 production lines, but Galzian can build as many PCs as they want, alright? I'm not saying 4 PC meta, but I am saying 4 PC meta. You get me? Assault rail goes down there, by the way. This is just so many LAVs. Attempt at the missile, but that's not gonna land. And missile ship tech I see being floated for a second there, but he's gonna go into honor guards instead. He doesn't know what A-Game's got though, and I gotta say it is a bit nervous. Like if it was fighter and gunship, it'd be pretty sad here, but it's actually railgun tech, but we don't see any of them out on the field yet. A-Game's doing pretty well for himself just with these LAVs. And this PC has to make himself kind of scarce here. Like it could die really quick. And the LAVs, I mean, maybe they're not really targeting the PC, they're just trying to get the army to show up here, and sure enough, they get a sand skimmer, they get an AR, and it looks like they'll pick off the Salger for free. These things are just absolutely being a menace right now. And that's without the damage ups. Look, he's getting damage 1 now. Oh boy. These honor guards can't come out, they can't come out too fast, and even when they do, it's not going to be clear cut. I mean, it'll definitely be a big threat to these LAVs, but it's not going to beat them on its own. And the problem here, I think, is no longer about the macro or like what kind of units he's fielding. He's just not quite taking the fights. It's no fun. Assault ships actually feel pretty bad to tech into in this position. If you don't have the upgrades yet, the LAVs are just going to completely melt them. And even when you do, you need to have like 4 or 5, and so it's just such an investment. You can't really go for it. Interesting splitting going on here. I think that maybe he's trying to, like, I mean, he does have a gigantic numbers advantage, let's be honest. Like, this blob here already outnumbers the LAVs. So I think he's just kind of trying to, like, pressure his opponent too much on the flanks and make him sort of forced into an error here. Honor Guard's gonna come out, though, and we'll see what happens then. Probe gets denied here by the base runners. That denies the vision on the HDC. That's actually really, convenient. That's the word I'm looking for A-Game. But he's on 3 base now, mind you, so keep your eye on that. I would not be surprised to see this production upgrade come out pretty soon. LAVs here, not really going to be threatened by this BD at all. They are going to take that one out. Oh, Honor Guard gets the first shot off, and that gets a kill. More importantly, it gets low health bars on the rest of them too, so... Ooh, yep, gets another hit off right here. So this Honor Guard is already really doing his job here. Oh, I don't like pushing in here though, because the LAVs, when they're kiting, that's when they really do their best here. Well, I'm gonna have to completely disagree on that count, because Honor Guards are designed to kill more LAVs, right? Like, the more LAVs your opponent has, the much better Honor Guards are. This is definitely the way to go, I think. Well, I'm not gonna say it's the way to go, but if he has the tech, he definitely wants to build them. I think that he doesn't really need Honor Guards here, he just needs to be able to, like, control the fight better, but, now that he's got them, things are gonna look a lot better. Hopefully that makes sense what I'm saying. Uh-oh, Railgun gets the assault rail, though. However, what Phoenix was saying about the Honor Guard getting jumped on is true, and we need to see more Sand Skimmers here, for sure. AV Fab finishes for A-Game, by the way. This is gonna probably be for the heavy vehicles armor upgrades. No, it's artillery. Okay, interesting. You know, I'm not actually completely sold on that, because I feel like the Honor Guard is not going to care too much. And there aren't really railguns here, but to be fair, like, now that the railguns for the Coalition player have arrived, we're going to have railguns for, NoFun, so maybe that actually is not a bad idea. But yeah, I mean, honor guards are really good in this scenario. Like, there's just no debating that. AGame's definitely saying these days he thinks they're on the weak side, but you know, make no mistake, this is their intended purpose. Oh, this is not the intended purpose. Okay, it's good he pulls out there, but still, like, NoFun has bled so many units here. That's what's really killing him. Oh gosh, look at the units lost tab there. Anyhow, I don't really think that the artillery is terribly good for like a zone control purpose because like its ability just has too much of a cooldown. I think this is definitely designed to hit the railguns, which don't exist right now, but they could exist later. That's definitely true. Oh no no no, not like this. Oh no, but that is gonna be some dead honor guards right there. Oh no, that's terrible. You can see A-Game preemptively splitting. He doesn't even need to do it. The honor guards are dying to the turrets. Oh. Oh gosh. I like how you mentioned that as one of the best things, by the way, even though it doesn't happen in 99% of games, but, you know, whatever. Second honor guard, well, third, I guess, pops here, but obviously one of them's already been killed. Yeah, these skims are just... these skims are just kind of feeding in so hard here. They are going to stop the extract, but it's just so many losses being taken. The turrets being set up all over here are really hurting this too, because anytime he pokes out, he just gets like donked, you know? Yeah, this is painful. And now that the heavy railguns are being built, yet RD Cruiser is on the way, so I guess A-Game does really have this right on time. Could use a couple more support cruisers on this front line. You can see he's building them already. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Yeah, you can't try this, you know, it's suicide. This is actually a precision barrage, by the way, but I think it's not gonna kill anything. Oh, almost. Yeah, that's true, frankly. That's true. I don't know if sand dunes can feel pain, but if they can, you know, this guy's just like screaming. Yeah, but seriously though, it's not uncommon to see a game end with the Gaussian player still only having 2 PCs, right? Like, the number of games where the Gaussian Conf player gets 4 PCs is extremely minimal. It's like, that doesn't really factor in at all, so... They will keep trying to kill you until you make it physically impossible for them. Well, tell me, Houston, where's the battery pack on a sand dune, huh? I like SCAA being teched here, by the way, it just feels so random. But he doesn't see carrier. I mean, maybe there is air tech coming. Actually, you know what? It would not be bad to have bombers here, so perhaps this is sort of a nice preemptive tech here. In the very middle of the dune. It's like right around here, maybe. Precision barrage being used again, but this one definitely feels a bit wrong to me. Like, this should have been a normal barrage, I think. Ouch. That's the limitation of Spawn Coalition, my friend. No, like, that's just completely wrong. Oh, yes! Nice. Gets the artifact out. And again, the skims are paying for even trying to stop it too. Like, once more they get wiped here. This is really rough for NoFun. I mean, at this point, like, you can just see in the difference in the size of the armies. But, like, if you're wondering how that happened, just check the units lost tab, right? It's like, man, this is painful, you know? In fact, the numbers are a bit misleading, because the units lost number, that is, because, like, the CU's lost and RU's lost is, like, well, RU's even worse. It's, like, 10 to 1, but CU's is, like, 4 to 1. Yeah, this is just so much bleed here. This is terrible. This is just terrible. Oh! Ouch. Very nice. Well, I'll tell you what, he did very well landing the missiles on this arty cruiser. Actually, I was surprised how much damage that did, but I guess these things really don't have very much health. Now, to be fair, A-Game, you're not one to say that, alright? Nah, man, walls of text go everywhere. Walls of text are eternal. Although, I will say, what Phoenixio is talking here is just mad garbage, but if it wasn't, I would really appreciate it. I mean, you're talking about, like, this hypothetical late game that just doesn't exist. I mean, like I said, you know, 99% of games, you don't see 4 PCs, so there's no reason to think about that as an advantage. Yeah. I'm glad A-Game got the appropriate flame for that one. In fact, don't I even have, like, an emote for this? 1 second. Yes. Yes! Look at it. Appreciate it. Excellent. Except A-Game doesn't even use that profile pic anymore, but still, you get the joke. Units lost tab, by the way, is looking notably less bad for NoFun. Relatively speaking. I mean, now it's only like 3 to 1 instead of 4 to 1. So. Okay, there you go, Phoenixio. You finally said something true. I'm very, very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Yes, the advantage for Coalition is that all of the production comes out of the carrier during a push, and it comes out of the carrier during a defense. But the PCs can be an advantage that way too, you know. Anyway, NoFun ends up going down here. And we shall move on to the next game. And that was game 2, mind you, so scoreline is 2-0 now. NoFun's back is against the wall here. And we move on to Titan Passage. Titan Outpost. This map can be really strange, but it's definitely an aggressive one, not in terms of the aggro being particularly strong, but in terms of the eco being really, really weak. So. Let's see what happens here. Like I said, A-Game has been picking this a lot this tournament, so I'm wondering if he has some kind of special strategy prepped here, but we'll just have to see. Probe comes out for him. Tells me that the base runner will retire here. And yet, no, actually. He's gonna keep it. I don't know. You don't usually fire the probe unless you're gonna retire here. I wonder if he has some reason for this, or if that was just like a mistake, but... Well, he's in chat, so he can tell us. Anyway, in general, I would say that in the early game, that frontline production from the PC is really, really nice. But it becomes really difficult to use frontline production as the game progresses. Like, I feel like it just kind of doesn't... Well, I shouldn't say that it doesn't work, but it's really, really hard to, like, make it happen. I don't know. Okay, I see. So this actually is some mind game, right? Like, you're trying to send the probe out to make your opponent think that you're going eco. Which, by the way, NoFun is doing that. He's going rift mode here. Has retired the base runner as well. Yeah, but it's like, I never find myself able to use frontline production as the game goes on. It's like, it's only an early game thing. And I don't know if that's because that's just how it is, or if we're just kind of bad at the game, which could definitely be the case. Like, again, one of these questions, you know, if you saw this being played at the top level, what would people do? But I don't know. LAVs are hitting the field, by the way. Probe has definitely been seen, though. It even took some damage, so... Definitely, NoFun knows that the probe is here. So if the mind game has been sold, you know, that's good for A-Game. This is a lot of economy focus, actually, for NoFun. You can see he's already getting, like, an RU salve here. And I think that might be a response to seeing the probe, so maybe this worked. But I don't really like the base runner being left to be like defense. I think actually this needs to be involved in the attack. Railgun Fab comes out for NoFun. And now he's gonna see the first LAVs hitting the field. Probe takes a bit of damage, but he's still sitting on about half health. Is this base runner new, by the way? I think that it is. Because I'm pretty sure he retired the early one. Yeah, but listen to how cool they sound. Certainly that's worth it, right? But you're right, the rush distance on this map is actually quite big. I guess, you think of like an aggro map and you're like, okay, yeah, I ought to do this thing, right? But, 2, 3, 4. You know, I think NoFun really needs another PC right now. Anyway, yeah, you think of an aggro map as being like, okay, go for LAVs, but I guess the travel time is actually really, really big here. It's like that on, well, it was like that on Torrent Crater as well, right? Because on Torrent Crater, you know, it was a really good map for aggro, but the travel time was super far. I'm trying to think what else is like that. But most of the really good aggro maps have a very short travel time. Good attempt at the cruise missile as always, but it doesn't land. Actually, this trade turns out really poorly for NoFun here. If you check the units lost tab, you'll see the numbers. Well, it's 2 to 3. It's actually not as bad as I had thought. Note the blast drones as always. Gotta keep an eye out for those. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about Conf Carrier just kind of sniping this thing. It is gonna get the blast drone though. But yeah, this thing will die now. Still though, NoFun kind of getting out positioned here. He does have like a lot of home side production. Home side? What am I saying? He has production here. So you can kind of try to make the defense, but I think he needs to fire. Yep, the det packs. Oh, and they're good too. Oh, jeez, they're really good. Base runner died to death somehow. That's too bad. Those are really good det packs. Wow. All right. LAVs get cleaned up then. Well, I mean, there's 2 left, but they're not really going to do anything now. Missiles. Yeah, now the units lost tab looks pretty darn even, and NoFun's on 2 base looking to get up onto 3 here, so this is actually really good for him. Only question, I guess, is what he goes for next, but I was about to say, I would love to see Honor Guards here. Actually, he's going to cancel and go for Assault Chips, but Honor Guards feel great, I think, because you already know that your opponent is doing, like, LAV. You know that you want to have Honor Guards eventually, because it's this freaking map, and, you know... Yes, he canceled Assault Chips for Honor Guards. Yes, good. I'm very happy with this. I'd like to see him fill out the bases too, but we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I definitely agree with you that Honor Guards are a bit weaker than you would expect, but I don't think they're that bad. Nice manly voice crack there. Don't have enough water. I'm all out. I'm kind of just now realizing how gigantic this like radar for the railgun is. That's huge. These things look a little bit like frogs. I don't know. Well, I didn't say that now. Oh, that's tragic. I think this base runner could have extracted. As it stands, putting the turret down at all is really quite a waste as well. It's gonna be nice for NoFun. Now A-Game is expanding like a madman here, so NoFun really wants to keep the pace and then attack. I don't know why he's moved his carrier back. This just seems like an obvious loss. I really don't know what he's doing here. This is bad. This is bad as heck. Oh no, NoFun, what are you doing, man? Get this guy back on here. Oh no. Skims are gonna win this, I think, by the way, as well. They do have rating, yeah. Okay, there we go. Carrier's finally going back. I don't know how long he was there, but like that could potentially be a lot of money that he lost. Like the cruise missile. Not gonna land on the railgun. Does a bit of damage to an LAV, but nothing substantial. And I gotta say, I love seeing NoFun just continue to build these blast drones, right? Just because, you know, like, I mean, you saw it in game 1, right? Like, there's a potential to land a really good hit, and it doesn't really seem like there's a huge cost either. Like, I mean, yeah, they have an obvious cost in CUs, but it's not huge. Yeah, but the problem, Phoenix, too, is that you agreeing kind of actually takes some validity away from what he was saying, so... By the way, notice that A-Game is going to blink first here. He pulls the LAVs back. This railgun here is kind of caught out. Uh-oh, you don't want to take this fight, though. This is high ground, though. Ugh. Ouch. It's not too bad, but I think he lost like 3 of them there. Really needs to be fighting where he has the honor guard. I see he's trying to kind of flank around here, but right now his like front to back fight is really, really strong. I think he just wants to take that because the honor guard can sort of do all the damage for him. Artifact is going to extract, by the way, just kind of slipping into the back line here. BT, what is that? Brutors? Honor Guard can damage carrier too, by the way, although it's not like spectacular at this roll. Oh no, I've never played Titanfall. Or Titanfall 2. Salvagers get wiped from the main, and I guess NoFun can just kind of leave now. Honor Guard still sees the LAVs here. Gets a nice chunky hit. Oh boy. You know, that Honor Guard PD seems to actually be doing quite a lot of damage. Yeah, and the LAVs for A-Game just kind of get eviscerated on the run-up there. Now the units lost tab is going to be pretty oh wow, very favorable for NoFun here. Very nice, very nice. A-Game is building the railguns though, which is good for him, but... I mean, for NoFun, I think the thing to follow this up with is just... Well, maybe he needs some anti-air. Oh, he does need anti-air, yeah, actually air tech is done here. But then after that, he just needs... Wait, was there a BD hit? I didn't even see it there. He just needs to have, like, heavy railguns to fight A-Game's rails for now, and maybe artillery will come out later, but he can deal with that when it happens. Oh, boy. That was pretty good. What's the upgrades like here? The LAVs have the better upgrades right now, but it looks like NoFun still has the high ground. He's gonna focus the salves, though. Nice dodge on that depth pack right there. Yeah, this is a bit rough if the Sandskimmer blob is just gonna get wiped like this. He is getting, like, paid for it, though. He's killing salvagers, but I'm just not sure if that's worth it. Wow, A-Game has, like, 0 salves left, though. That is worth noting. Oh, what the heck? Oh, no, he's done the thing again where the production cruiser's resource controller is turned off. Oh, no. That's really too bad. He has anti-air. He has honor guard anti-air. Yes! My favorite. Yeah, but for real, like, throwing the Sandskimmer blob is quite bad. I think that maybe he was actually okay there before the depth packs hit, though, so he might have just kind of gotten outplayed there. I love depth packs, man. It's like, it's not a reliable defense, but the fact that it exists just makes things so much spicier. Now, there's no way to check to see if your opponent has honor guard anti-air, so A-Game is just going to have to launch here and hope that he doesn't. If you're NoFun, you don't want to turn it on until you can use it though, and I think you want to only turn it on one of these guys at once, so that you can keep it on. Well, he just turns on both and the gunship's going to walk into it, so that's nice. But now there is going to be a potential window where it can be used, the air units that is, because Honor Guard Anti-Air does have a pretty substantial cooldown. Seeing the air units though, I would like missile ships if I were NoFun here, so we'll see if that's what he goes for. Yeah, because now he's already got the anti-air. You know, it's like it feels like NoFun just has the units already. Like it's gonna be really, really hard to fight this. There is a heavy railgun here, by the way, but NoFun could definitely use more still. And again, I think he wants to just fight it head on. I think he just wants to attack right here. And if you can push your opponent off of this position on this map, it's like the game just kind of ends. Yeah, well, even if you could, I'm not sure if that's what you need. I mean, there's obviously a lot of railguns here, so... You know what? Yeah, I think so, actually, which is kind of surprising, but there it is. Rail Armor 2 is done, by the way. I mean, A-Game doesn't even have AV Fab, let alone Mag Excel. I think Rail Armor 3 would be pretty tasty if he ends up going for more heavies here, which he does have 3 of them already, so... Looks like NoFun actually wants to attack on this side first. If I'm A-Game, I guess I feel like the only way that he can come back here is to, like, get Tac Bomber. Like, maybe the bombers can kill off the HGCs and then that will sort of turn things, but it feels really desperate here, alright. Gonna go for this kind of last Hail Mary play with the LAVs. I like the attempt, but it's only gonna net him like 1 assault railgun, which is just definitely not enough. Well, you know what? He's actually killing this Honor Guard. Where are the skims right now? What on earth? Oh my gosh, well that's not supposed to happen. Honor Guard falls to the LAVs there. This is just one strike fighter though. This is almost like not even worth turning on the anti-air. Yeah, it looks like he will anyway though. Actually not able to hit though. There it is. Yeah, this carrier does kind of feel awfully out of place right now, and there's still so many salvagers to rebuild. I agree. Yeah, this was a good game. This right here, actually, the LAVs are definitely chonking at this point. Oh, look, even a blast drone hitting there. And there you go, NoFun takes a game off of A-Game, which is never easy to do. And that's going to bring the scoreline to 2-1. NoFun's still against the wall here, he's still behind in the series. But he's definitely got chances here. A lot's going to ride on this 4th game, though. In fact, the entire series is going to ride on this 4th game. It's going to be on the Boneyard. Now, I believe this is NoFun's pick. It is. And this is a map that NoFun really likes. Let's see what he's able to do on it. Check that production tab if it'll work for us. Hey, it actually did for once. The Boner Yard. Yeah, so NoFun's got the 4 on CUs here. Getting 2 extra salves to the RUs now. I think this probably looks like some kind of a rush for sure, but I don't know, maybe that's a bit too early to say, but I really think he's gonna go for it here. He does have the bad spawn though, so that's worth noting. Yep, Sandscammer Fab's on the way. And we'll probably see him build a couple LDMs here now. Probe is already out for A-Game, Base Runner retires. Again, he did learn his lesson from game 1. He's gonna fire the probe out there. PC's gonna kill that probe though. That's actually pretty good for NoFun. A-Game doesn't even really have any info on whether it's gonna be like a rush or not at all now, so he kind of just has to assume that it is. This really slows things down for him. If I were NoFun, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be kind of tempted to just cancel like Skimmer Fab and go ref mode now. But definitely NoFun has plans to attack, so that's what he's gonna do. He's got the blast drones being produced, by the way. Always nice to see. And LEV Fab a little bit late for A-Game there, but he'll have that done at about the 28-minute mark. Looks like it's going to be assault chips this time for NoFun. If that's the case, I would actually almost like to see him pull these two RU cells off of here and then go long distance mine. And he can rebuild them from the carrier. Because he's going to need CUs more than RUs at this point, but we will keep our eye on that. Go to the resources tab here. Assault chips are really quite expensive in terms of CUs, you know, so it's really nice to have as many CU miners as you can when you're going for this assault chip early game. Now again, usually the game plan here is to go for a couple of assault chips. You're trying to sort of zone off your opponent from his second base, and then you can go back to eco. But the way that NoFun is kind of positioning here makes me think he actually wants to go for the main base. And no, not yet. I don't actually remember quite how close I am either. Although I know it's quite close right now. Come on, Jeff, where's my money? I don't think that NoFun wins this fight. Yeah, I would back away here. Especially now that there's a bit of high ground there. Oh! They killed each other! That's OP as heck. Probably next month? Yeah, probably. Oh. Well, I see the bit now. He's coming in with the blast drone, actually. Does a lot of damage there, actually. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is actually terrible. Oh no, because the assault chips can like finish off the kills on the salvagers here. Oh, not quite. They actually end up getting sort of stuffed there, but still, he gets 2 of them. Oh, you know what? That actually doesn't look so bad for A-Game in the end, but that was really nervous right there. That was some really good carrier blocking that A-Game was doing. That's what kind of kept him alive here. Is ref mode on the queue? No, not just yet, but... Yeah, I agree. That was so close to just like wiping the base though, and that would have been catastrophic. What am I saying? Catastrophic. Well, I thought that too. I mean, for a moment it looked like, yeah, the game's over here, but it seems like A-Game's still alive. Catastrophist. Anyway, ref mode is gonna get teched here, so this is not gonna be long before NoFun is up on 2 base, but it looks like A-Game is kind of already there, so maybe this is not so good in the end, but it definitely looks pretty sexy. Do we have a second PC building? Oh my gosh, I think it just finished. Ah, okay, so that might change things actually, because now NoFun can jump up onto 3 base really quick here. Oh, and this is kind of convenient for NoFun. A-Game's carrier is stuck, so he's like a beach whale. They like pulled the clutch out too fast, so the carrier stalled. So they had to like turn it on again, which takes a bit of time because it's this giant carrier. So. Kind of embarrassing, but you know. There's ref mode, by the way. So NoFun's gonna be on 2 base in just a jiffy here, and he'll be up on 3 in just a moment as well. I was indeed, but look, he definitely does. So. Don't mean to sound like a broken record, but having 2 PCs is like twice as good as having 1, so. Looks like AGame's actually going to move the carrier over here to the third base. I never like doing this on Boneyard because I feel like he can just get stuck, but he's going to risk it. He's going to risk it for a biscuit. For sure, you can see this attack of NoFun has earned him a lot of map presence, so he's getting the second artifact out too. Still, neither player going air here, so that's not going to be a thing in this game. But they would like to see that, you know, you can't just trust it. I mean, A-Game probably before too long is going to invest in some anti-air if he doesn't see anything, especially because he already saw the assault chips, but NoFun has the scouting, so he can see, okay, yep, there's no air. He'll probably feel pretty good about that. I don't think he wants to dive this carrier, though. There's still enough power here to do some damage. Second extraction comes down. And actually, you know, this is a window for NoFun to possibly do a bit of damage, but these railguns can contribute, so he does need to be a little bit careful here. Plus the support cruiser giving frontline healing and doing some damage of its own. Well, but there's a blast drone. Okay, watch the det packs though. Sandskimmer's actually kill one before the blast drone even hits. There it is. Oh gosh, actually he's doing everything here. Oh. Oh dear. He's even going for the logistics module, but he doesn't quite get that. Ouch. That's gonna hurt. There's only 2 salves left on the base now. NoFun's being a little bit slow to get up onto 3 base, but like, hey, he's doing the damage he needs, alright? This is fine. And yep, Kana Siege coming up. Looks like A-Game actually is gonna skip the missile batteries here, so this is a little bit risky for him. He's just gonna go straight to Assault Cruiser Fab. The win button. Hold up though, he built Kana Siege on the first game and he didn't win. What on earth? I thought it was supposed to be just like a win button. Anyway, you can see third base is getting set up here finally. And I agree with A-Game's assessment as well, by the way. It's really good the damage that he's doing here, but if you can keep units alive, that's actually really valuable too. Yes, A-Game, please make Conf Siege a win button again. No, I was literally having to explain to Captain Pink why, like, Conf isn't bad in patch, and he's like, just Conf Siege is useless now. It's like, oh my gosh. Like, do you know what this unit freaking is in vanilla? It's ridiculous, you know? I feel like people are not using their brains around here often. This Sandskimmer should probably win this fight, by the way. I gotta say though, it's always very annoying when you like have these LAVs kind of running around in your base and you've got to deal with them. Because if they can win the fight against like the 1 or 2 skims that you send, it's like, it's very sad. Because they're still there, you know. Oh yeah, like look at this. This is just so annoying. AVs are being annoying too here, by the way. Oh gosh, Houston's having a stroke. Powit career. Ironic. He could save others, but not himself. Well, base runner goes down. That would have been really nice for NoFun to keep, but... Yeah, but I hate to break it to you, Phoenix. The reason that worked is because your opponents are just bad. Like, vanilla AVs are just not good. They're like just these big bricks, you know? Like, they have tankiness and nothing else. Not in the late game, right? I mean, they just don't do any damage. Do you remember that clip where, like, do you remember that clip where, like, this one assault railgun fought off, like, 4 AVs at the same time? We're talking about 3v3 here, by the way, so it's kind of all late game, you know? Wow, by the way, this AV here is being ridiculously effective. Because these guys were wreck blocked, they were all, like, on this Omega point. He's just, like, doing AoE to all of them. That was ridiculous. Anyway, Con of Siege is out now. This is gonna make things difficult. Actually, there's two of them even. Assault Cruisers are here too, though, and I mean, Assault Cruisers can fight Con of Siege, but it's always a little tough to do. I think A-Game's game plan really is more of just trying to backstab with these things. Omega Mart, yeah, I know what that is. Well, A-Game, you gotta realize what Phoenix is talking about. He's talking about, like, in a 3v3, just, like, killing people with AAVs. Like, literally just AAVs and killing their carrier and stuff. It's like, if your opponent is good enough to put his power in the weapons, you'll lose that fight, you know? It's kind of a ridiculous scenario. But this is why Phoenixio believes that AAVs are, like, the best unit in the game for some reason. And because he's Phoenixio, he can't change his opinion. It's too late for that, so... Regrettably, I've seen the replay he's talking about. Base runner extracts, that brings the artifacts to 2-2. I gotta say, like, NoFun had a really strong advantage earlier, but I'm starting to feel like this game is kind of slipping from him, actually. This Siege Cruiser needs to get over here. Ooh, this doesn't feel good. Yeah, because, like, the main base is just under attack now. This carrier is not really enough defense here, because these AVs can smoke and everything. Oh gosh, what's happening on the other side here now? Barrage has already been used. I mean, NoFun can't fight this. He's gotta leave this place. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, he's losing everything. Oh no, this is not good. Oh, all of a sudden it's falling apart here. All the railguns are dead. This Siege Cruiser is gonna go down too. Oh no. Ouch. Well, that's not good. That's crazy. They just like fill apart instantly. I can't believe that actually. Does he have any other kind of other tech to like bop this up? No, not really. I mean, like, maybe if he had some kind of air transition to play here, but there's just nothing here for it. Oh, dear. Well, that sucks. That might be the end of the series. He doesn't have EMP shell either. I mean, maybe that's good to go. One thing I've noticed is that NoFun really has not ever been teching either of these two, and I think these are both really good techs, so I would definitely be recommending that. For now, he can take these salvagers here. Oh, he's actually already replaced the whole main base. How did he do that so fast? Oh look, it's Cao Shuao. He's back. Well, that's kind of unfortunate, because the way this is shaping up, this might be the end of the last series here. NoFun's got a lot to get through now. I mean, he doesn't have range calibration either. He's not going to be able to fight off this high ground ever. And this is what's difficult about Boneyard if you get into this position, right? Like, now that he's lost his army once, the comeback feels almost impossible because he's just kind of going to get camped on that third base. Well, the railguns are certainly hurting the carrier for now, so that does help. Systems 4, you're gonna tech for A-Game now. That's what unlocks the cruise missile, so keep your eyes on that. The two siege cruisers both have their barrage up now. Nice. Tell us what it was. You can't just say that without telling us what it was. By the way, Assault Cruiser's in a nice position right here. Because this kind of stops the railguns from getting up onto the dune where they want to be, but I feel like A-Game shouldn't be pushing over the dune like this. Friendly fire is going to hurt, though. Third base has to be evacuated again. Yeah, but there go the ACs. That's actually pretty good for NoFun. Dang, oh gosh. I can't believe that worked. Oh no, this is not gonna work here. He's trying to go in for the support cruiser too. Like, it doesn't really matter if he gets this. This is a big, big throw here. Oh, and it's still happening. Oh, you gotta leave this. No. Ah, Skims. Ah. It's tragic. Reminds me a lot of how I used to play back in the day. Dang, did you see that? The cruise missile just blew up everything. What the heck? Yeah, well, I agree. That was a great series, actually. NoFun really had chances in all of those games, I think. I think the mistakes he made are just kind of, you know, things he's got to clean up. He has been gone for a while. I'm sure he can do it. I'm sure he can do it. Yeah, well, why not? I mean, when your opponent has a lot of skims, the turrets are really, really effective that way. I mean, you can see anytime he tries to come in and do something with them in the front line, just and just, you know, half of them die. It's like, that's really good if you can set that up. Hashtag coalition OP. I use turrets because I suck. Well, never mind. I guess AGame's saying they're bad. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This is the last series we'll cast today, but yeah. These will go up on YouTube pretty soon. Sooner than Jeff wants, I'll tell you that.